Good morning, everyone. Namaste. We have lesson 101 from the Course in Miracles, and it is God's will for me is perfect happiness. Today we will continue with the theme of happiness. This is a key idea to understanding what salvation means. You still believe it asking for suffering as a penance to your sins. This is not so, yet you must think it is so while you believe that sin is real and that God's Son can sin. If sin is real, then punishment is just and cannot be escaped. Salvation thus cannot be purchased but through suffering. If sin is real, then happiness must be illusion, for they cannot both be true. The sinful warrant only death and pain, and it is this who they ask for they know it awaits for them, and it will seek them out and find them somewhere, sometime, in some form, which even the accounts they owe to God. They would escape him in their fear, and yet he will pursue, and they cannot escape. If sin is real, salvation must be pain. Pain is the cost of sin, and suffering cannot be escaped if sin is real. Salvation must be feared, for it will kill but slowly, taking everyone away before it grants the welcome boon of death to victims who are little more than boons before salvation is appeased. It is wrath of boundless, merciless, and wholly just. Who would seek out savage punishment? Who would not flee salvation and attempt in every way he can be drowned by the voice which offers it to him? Why would he try to listen and accept it in his offering? If sin is real, its offering is death and meted out of cruel form to match the vicious wishes in which sin is born. If sin is real, salvation has become your bitter enemy, the curse of God upon you, who has crucified his Son. You need the practice periods today, the exercise to teach sin is not real, and all that you believe must come from sin will never happen for me, has no cause. Accept atonement with an open mind, which means cherishing no lingering beliefs that you have made a devil of God's Son. There is no sin. We practice with this thought as often as we can today because it is the basis of today's idea. God's will for you is perfect happiness because there is no sin, and suffering is causeless. Joy is just, and pain is but the sign that you have misunderstood yourself. Fear not the will of God, but turn in confidence that you will set yourself free from the consequences of sin has wrought in feverless imagination, and state, God's will for me is perfect happiness, and there is no sin. It has no consequence. So you should start your practice periods and then attempt to find the joy these thoughts will induce into your mind. Give these 5 minutes gladly to remove the heavy load you laid upon yourself with this insane belief that sin is real. Today's escape from madness, you are set on the freedom's road, and now today's idea brings wings to speed you on and hope to go still faster in the waiting goal of peace. There is no sin. Remember this today and tell yourself as often as you can. God's will for me is perfect happiness. This is the truth because there is no sin. I love you all. I hope you have a blessed day, and namaste.